Hello everyone, welcome back. Ahmedada, very good morning, new day, new game. Even though it's a tour game, but something related to Indian cricket happening, and we are back to talk. How are you feeling now? It's been a few days since the win. That energy, that adrenaline is still there.
It is still there. Um, I was actually looking forward for this tour game. Uh, Two reasons. One is you can't live without cricket, right? So there's a huge gap. And then the second thing is wanted to see our chances and how our batters deal with the pink ball, the day-night conditions in Australia. But at the same time, a little disappointed with the weather conditions in Canberra at the moment. So I was wishing if this match was played in Adelaide itself, where the next test would be. But that's okay. So looking forward to the likes of Jurel, Gill, to perform in this match in these 2 days and see how they bat because
Yeah,
it's
so
going to
they've
be important from team selections point of view.
So they've already started, having a hit out there in the nets with the pink ball. And as per the few videos which we saw on social media, the Indian bowlers are consistently managing to beat the outside and inside edges of Indian batters. So at one place you are worried about how the Indian batters are going to face the Aussie bowlers with the pink ball, and on the flip side you are happy because you're seeing the Indian bowlers do the magic with the pink ball in hand as well. So mixed emotions to be honest on how things will go ahead.
Yeah, right. I think Indian bowlers have been delivering. We know that for the last 5 6 years, especially the pace battery. So no doubts about their thing. But yeah, a little worried about the outside edges and the misses outside the off stump. Yeah, especially that man who returns back to as a captain. He needs some runs under his belt, and he performing and scoring some brisk runs in Adelaide is going to be very important. I'm hoping he plays at least one out of these two test innings and gives us a very good start along with Jaiswal.
I like
Like I said,
how
like I said earlier, right? It's our bowlers will win us this test series. Our batsmen may win it for Australia.
after I thought you have just parked that sentence after the first win we had in Perth, but no, it's back. But you mentioned about the pace battery. So there is one certain player out of this pace battery from Australia who's created some sort of a controversy in a press conference, right? When he was asked a question about the preparations, about the meetings and all, he said that that's for the batters to decide. As bowlers, we will be in the physio room or on the massage table. You know, do you see that as a certain crack in the mindset where you see that now the Aussie team is divided into batters meeting separate, bowlers meeting separate? You think that's a moral victory for Team India going into this series?
Well, yes, Michael Vaughan has talked about it quite a lot. Like I said previously, Begane ki shadi mein Abdullah Diwana. So that's what Michael Vaughan is currently. I think we should unleash Wasim Jafar on Vaughan to get some more such hot topics discussed and debated on X as well. However, yes, it does seem like an incorrect statement, not a typical Aussie statement where they talk about leadership group and they don't individually or batting or bowling wise talk about their team. That they usually talk about themselves as a team. So it's unusual. Maybe it's just a one-off statement made, but who knows what's going on inside, right? This press conference followed by Hazlewood missing the next test out of injury. Do you think there is any connection between it, or can we create some controversy out of it?
See, that's a new trend, right? Nowadays, they don't say a player is dropped. They say a player is rested or a player is injured. Out of nowhere, some body part, some niggle comes out from somewhere. So again, you can link it. I mean, that's a different lens which you can look at this through as well. But definitely nothing's going right for Australia. And with Hazelwood missing out, I think he was the bowler who probably had the best economy compared to the other his other peers in the fast bowling department. He's someone who can land the ball in the same area consistently, get the ball to move. So even if he's not taking wickets, he ensures he keeps it tight from one end. And with him not being there, that will be a big miss for Australia. But having said that, he's going to be replaced by a certain someone who created a stir when he first got the ball in hand. Scott Boland. Afraid?
Absolutely, absolutely afraid. Yeah, I'm not worried about Brian Lara, Carl Hooper, okay, or Richie Richardson. I'm worried more about Chanderpaul against India. It's that kind of scenario. I'm not worried about Ponting. I'm not worried about Gilchrist. I'm not worried about let's say Hayden, but I'm worried about Steve Waugh because these guys have troubled India quite a lot. Boland in playing 11 is a bad news for India.
With the pink ball in hand. That makes it even worse.
Yes, of course. What you said is absolutely right, Rishabh. I was just hoping this most experienced bowling lineup of Australia keeps playing all the 5 test matches because they've done that in the past and we have won against them. Even with a second rung team, despite having so many injuries in the last tour, but we did well against them. And I hope somehow Hazelwood gets fit by the time it's 6th of December and plays. Even if he takes wickets, it's fine. Please no Boland, please.
It seems like even if Hazlewood is fit, you'll see in the night Pat Cummins and the management going to his room and smashing him on his leg so that he's injured for the next day. That's also something which can happen if they decided is not going to play. But it was something to look up to, a new challenge, and we've seen in the last two BGT series that when India is like thrown under the bus, they come out victorious. The last series has been a revelation sort of thing. It's something which has become a case study. Every time you talk about Test cricket in Australia, that one series is something which is talked about always. So I think that the Indian team will be able to manage that. No doubt about that. Plus, a few Aussies like Hazelwood will be happy seeing that he's been picked in the IPL auctions for a good handsome money as well. So that is something which will calm them down, or hopefully the Indian guys tell them that, see, because you have Kohli, you have Rohit Sharma, all of these guys are captains or senior players in their side, so they can just go and tell them, भाई मेरे को संभाल के डाल, तेरा करोड़ों रुपया मेरे हाथ में.
First, first, right. And Rishabh, I think because we are talking about IPL, right? Let's do one thing in the next few sessions, right, that we have on NSG. Let's also discuss the IPL auctions and the teams that have formed now in the auctions. Let's see what each team is like and how balanced it is, and let's get some experts from the North Stand gang who follow the IPL very well and are individual franchisee fans over the last few years. So we'll have some healthy debate between the likes of RCB and Mumbai Indians or CSK versus Mumbai Indians in the next few
We
podcasts.
have to we have to. A lot of questions need to be answered. Is Shreyas Iyer worth the money he's getting? Chehel and Shreyas Iyer in one team is something cooking. Vijay Shankar back to CSK where Raidu was. Is there something? So a lot of controversial questions and scenarios also need to be discussed. So we'll surely have that IPL, or let me not just call it a show. It will be a series of discussing on the IPL auction as we swing between this test series. But lastly, Amarada, this tour game having bad light or something, what unfortunately not starting at this point. Do you think it is advantage India or do you think it is advantage Australia? Do you think Australia found some reason to not give India enough practice time to play with the ping ball? I mean, just a wild thought.
See, the tour is lined up such that they clearly wanted to give Australia the advantage. Okay, so that's for sure. However, at the same time, I think nowadays with the sports and analysts and all the videos that you have everywhere and technology coming in, I think our team will still be well prepared. Like what Bumrah said in the press conference before the first match, we are well prepared. Even at the toss he said that they are always well prepared. So I don't think um, any of these tactics that Australian board plays are going to pull us down. I think we'll go from strength to strength. But like I have always mentioned in the past, I am pretty bearish still on our prospects in BGT and also the World Test Championship finals. I still feel that by the end of Adelaide, it would be one each, Australia, India. But I am always, you know, happy to be proven wrong by India.
I mean, we hope so too. But you mentioned a very important point, the Border Gavaskar Trophy, the World Test Championship final. Like, one eye is on the Border Gavaskar Trophy. This series win again Australia is personal. We need to win. There's a bigger picture, which is the World Test Championship final. And we lost the series at home against New Zealand, made it that much more difficult for us to get through to the finals. But now, at this point, after the first test win, we are again at the top of the World Test Championship final. But again, we are in that position where we are not guaranteed. We are dependent on some other teams to lose and win so that we can get through. So, what are your hopes, or what chance are you giving India to qualify for the World Test Championship finals for the third consecutive time?
So our situation in WTC this time is like Pakistan's situation in every World Cup. We have to rely on the other teams to lose so that we can qualify. So yes, all eyes are on the current England New Zealand series and then the South Africa Sri Lanka series. Most likely, it looks like if South Africa keep winning in their home turf, they'll make it to the final. And one between Australia and India may miss the cut. Most likely, that would happen. But if South Africa loses at least one test match, then it will be interesting. And also, I'm looking at the New Zealand England series as well. Right now, as we speak, New Zealand is far behind. They will most likely lose this test match. And then, if England win one more test match, it becomes even better for India because England don't have any chance to qualify whatsoever. So that's there. But if New Zealand is also out of the way, then it's between India, Australia, and South Africa. And most likely, South Africa will qualify because the next series they have is a two-match series against Pakistan, and even the own Pakistanis don't have any
Implemented.
confidence in their own batting. So I am pretty confident South Africa is making the finals. Like I said, I'm pretty bearish. What are your thoughts, Rishabh?
No, so I am going with the typical Indian mindset. Take one game at a time. Look at the game at hand. Not really think too far because like I said earlier, that I am not positive. I am hopeful. So I'm still going with that stance. So as the game goes, because now you'll celebrate that yes, India will get into the World Test Championship final. We are going to UK to play, and the next Test match at Adelaide, you get again a 36 all out, and all your dreams are shattered. So might as well, just take one step at a time. Slowly and steadily, you try to move ahead. And as game after game, you get that confidence. Then you look at what is happening. So that's what I'm looking at.
As usual, Rishabh, you have got that MS Dhoni kind of strategy or analyzing nature in cricket. That's good to hear from you.
But on that note, I think we will also take a break. It's not bad weather here. Uh, Currently, Mumbai it's decently hot. I would say not like scorching sun, and in Bangalore it's quite chilled as well. So it's not bad weather out here. But the news from Canberra as of now is that it is bad weather, which is top play. But we hope that we at least get some game time. The players get to get the feel of facing the ping ball out there in the middle. And with that, we'll be back soon with this time the IPL auctions and all the hype and gaga over it. Till then, be in touch. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks.